Hi, welcome to the video. So in this video we're going to have a look at an example of simplifying a trigonometric expression, obviously without using a calculator. Alright, so the first thing you want to go ahead and do in a question like this is you want to plot out your cast diagram. Okay, so I just copied and pasted the one that we just looked at in the previous question. Okay, they all are exactly the same. Alright, it's just one cast diagram. Okay, if you're not familiar on how to use this diagram right here, please go back to the course and have a look at the reduction formula video. It's going to help you to understand it a bit better. Okay, so looking at the expressions we have, we've got separate expressions right here. Okay, and we're going to simplify each and every one of them using the reduction formula. All right, so let's get into it. So tan of 170 degrees, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to ask ourselves, okay, so which quadrant does it fall in? So 170 degrees we know falls in this quadrant because it's less than 180. So let's go ahead and apply the reduction there. So that would be 180 minus 10 degrees. Okay, and then we've got cos of 350. So which quadrant does that come in? It comes in the fourth quadrant. That's going to be times cos of 360 degrees minus 10. Alright, so we're all clear on that. Alright, then cos of 100. Okay, so cos of 100 degrees. Where can we put that? So that will go into, again here, to the second quadrant. That would be minus cos of 180 degrees minus 80. Alright, okay, so getting on down to the denominator right here, let's have a look. Cos of 80 degrees, that's not going to change because it's acute. And sine of 100, we can change to sine of 180 minus 80. Alright, times, okay, so that's sine of a negative angle, right? So just to recap, sine of a negative angle is negative sine of the positive of that angle. Okay, so that would be minus sine of theta. Alright, so coming on down now and applying the reduction formula, tan of 180 minus 10 is going to give you minus tan of 10 degrees. Alright, and cos of 360 minus is going to give you positive cos 10. So that's going to be positive cos 10. Alright, then cos of 180 minus is going to give you, alright, so cos in this quadrant here is negative because only sine is positive. So you're going to get minus cos 80 degrees. Okay, next step, cos of 80, we'll leave it as it is. Right, sine of 180 degrees minus. Okay, so sine in this second quadrant is positive, so that would be positive sine of 80 degrees. Okay, and let's take this negative out to the front here. Okay, so that negative is out there, and that would just be, sure, why have I put in theta here? This should be 10 degrees. Okay, that would be sine 10 degrees. Alright, okay, so it's looking good so far. What we can do is clean up the top. So we can make the negative tan to become sine over cos. This would just be the identity times cos of 10. Right, then these two would cancel off. Plus cos of 80. Alright, all divided by minus. Okay, so cos of 80, alright, just a quick recap here. Cos of 80, alright, we can change that. Then we know that sine of 80 is going to be the same thing as cos of 10, alright. So you're familiar with that. So sine of 80 is the same thing as cos of 10. Cos of 10. And sine of 10 is the same thing as cos of 80. Alright, using our co-ratios. So what we've got here is we've got minus sine of 10 degrees, okay, plus cos of 80 degrees, all divided there by, okay, so we got minus cos, it appears twice, minus cos 80, we just put that as minus cos 80 squared, alright, multiplied there then by cos of 10, alright. So what we see happens right here, alright, is that we've got on the top we've got let's just rewrite this. Okay, so we've got something interesting happening right here. I'm just going to scale this down so we can put all of this on this page. Okay, so what we've got happening here is we've got something that we need to actually go ahead and simplify. Alright, so we see on the top that we've got sine. Here again, these two things are co-ratios, right? These two are co-ratios. So they're co-ratios. How we can put that in and we can show that here. Okay, let's get to my ball pen. Alright, so that's just going to be, if I had to rewrite minus sine 10, okay, and I had to rewrite this cos of 80, we see right here, let me just put that in another color. So the cos of 80 and the sine of 10 are basically the same thing. So if we get on down here and actually write this cos of 80 as sine of 10, we see that it says, okay, we don't really have to go any further in this question. Alright, so you got minus cos squared 80 times cos of 10. Alright, because we see that the top cancels off. So it's going to be at 0 over minus cos squared 80 times cos of 10. Alright, and that basically gives us 0. Alright.